In this section, we take a look at the main types of restructuring that organisations should be considering. We cover acquisitions and sales of operations, mergers and winding up. Even if you and your board are not considering any of these options right now, it's worth taking a look at this section as a reminder of what you can do. And it's a good idea to review these options before updating your strategic plan. It's particularly important that everyone look at the section on due diligence and the people issues that play such a big role in determining if your collaboration or restructuring is successful. When we reviewed the literature on restructuring, we found that there was a lot of focus on merging of organisations, but less attention paid to the other types of restructuring. So we're going to start by taking a look at acquisitions, sales and demergers. We will then spend a bit of time on mergers and winding up. Before we do, it's worth clarifying these terms further. In the corporate sector, the terms mergers and acquisitions, or in M&A, is used differently to the way it is in the not-for-profit sector. In the corporate environment, the term merger and acquisition can be used interchangeably to describe the amalgamation of two or more entities. Whether the term merger or acquisition is used really depends on how the transaction is undertaken and the way they want it communicated. When they want to present it as friendly, they'll call it a merger, regardless of the size of the organisations. When they want one organisation to be seen as more powerful than the other, they'll call it an acquisition, or even a hostile takeover. To further add to the confusion, the term acquisition can also refer to the friendly purchase of part of one entity by another. While not-for-profits merge in much the same way as for-profits, they do not have shareholders who receive payment, and therefore the commercial use of the term acquisition or takeovers is not exactly the same. To avoid any confusion, we are going to use the word merger to describe the combination of whole entities, and we'll use the term acquisition to describe the purchase of part of an organisation by another. Before we look at these options, I should note that we are focusing here on the main types of transactions.